One of the greatest advantages of indie publishing versus traditional publishing is your publishing speed. There is nothing stopping you from publishing books as fast as you are able to write them. If your goal is to one day make a living off of your books, or at least pay a few bills, you are going to need a good catalog of published stories for your readers to binge. In order to get that, you're going to need to be able to write well and write fast. Stick around to the end of the video and I will give you 5 actionable tips that you can use to optimize your writing time and potentially triple your writing speed. Gotta go fast! Tip number 1, outlining. I'm going to start this list with the most useful tip. Having a strong and detailed outline before sitting down to write your book is crucial to optimizing your writing sessions. Imagine you are running a race around a circular track, but you're blindfolded. You kind of have an idea where to go and you might just make it to the end, but it's going to take you way longer to do it. This is how it feels to write without an outline. Take that blindfold off, map out your outline, and I promise you, your writing speed will skyrocket. I made a very detailed video on outlining if you need a little bit of help putting yours together. It's kind of a long video, but by the end of it, you will have a fully fleshed out outline ready to go. If you're more of a pantser who would rather write their books without an outline, I would highly suggest you reconsider if your goal is to one day make a living off of your writing. I explained why I believe that is the case in this video here. But if pantsing's what you love, you can still use these next 4 tips to help you write by the seat of your pants even faster. Tip number 2, writing sprints. For those of you who don't know, a writing sprint is exactly what it looks like. You set a timer for however long you want, and you try to write as many words as possible before the timer goes off. Normally, people use writing sprints as warm-ups to get them in the writing mood, but I use them throughout my entire writing session in 20 to 30-minute intervals. If you're anything like me, you are very competitive with yourself. The most words I've ever written during a 20-minute writing sprint was about 700. Every time I start a new sprint, I try my absolute hardest to beat that record. This helps me ignore distractions and breaks up my writing sessions into manageable intervals. I would highly suggest taking 10 to 20-minute breaks between each interval. I find that I write way faster each interval if I take a break. Pause the video right now, try doing a writing sprint yourself, and let me know in the comments how many words you get. I really hope that you're able to write faster than me, considering that my hands look like this. Number 3, save editing for later. One thing that often slows down a lot of writers is editing as you write. Continually going back over what you just wrote to fix grammar mistakes or mess around with your prose is just gonna keep you locked down in the same chapter for way too long. It is far more efficient to write the book from the beginning to the end. Save all of the grammar mistakes, inconsistencies, and prose for later. It's faster to edit a finished book than it is to continually edit the same chapter over and over and over again, especially if that chapter could potentially be cut from the book entirely. I remember when I first started writing Festival of the Azure Moon, I had a bad habit of editing as I was writing. I spent hours writing a chapter that didn't even make it into the final product. Considering I write an average 1,500 words per hour, I could have spent that amount of time writing 3 or 4 chapters that actually would make it into the finished book. Save editing for the editing phase. We are focusing on the writing phase right now. These next 2 steps are a little unorthodox and require a little bit of financial investment, however, they are entirely optional. Just utilizing these first 3 tips I've given you will vastly increase your writing speed. That being said, the next 2 tips will allow you to take your publishing rate to the next level. Number 4, Dictation Software. For those of you who don't know, Dictation Software records what you say and types it for you automatically. More likely than not, you are able to speak way faster than you're able to type. At least I hope so. That's especially true for me once I've had one too many Monster Energy drinks.
It was a busy day in the Riverhill Market and Chandler was lurking about, searching for his next mark. Where he came from, money was made of paper, making it far easier to pickpocket. On his continent, however.
There are plenty of dictation softwares to use out there. You probably have one on your phone's keyboard and have used it once or twice. They all have varying degrees of accuracy, but in most cases, you really get what you pay for. I use Dragon Dictation by Nuance. It's pretty pricey software, but man does it get the job done. I'm not sponsored by Nuance yet, but I still like to endorse their product because I think it's really useful. The AI in this software learns from your writing, and you are able to train it to understand the unique names that pop up in your book that other dictation softwares might struggle to recognize. No matter what software you use, you are likely going to need to narrate your punctuation out loud. For example, in order to type this sentence here, I would need to say it like this. Be sure to like and subscribe, comma, and if you don't, comma, I will come to your house and poop in your shoes. Period. It took me a couple of days to get used to that, but even then, my writing speed practically doubled overnight. Dragon Dictation's ability to just delete entire sentences and paragraphs with a single command word saves a tremendous amount of time that I would have spent backspacing. That alone makes it worth it to me. I'll link the website where you can get it in the description below. I actually used Dragon Dictation to write the script to this video and the entirety of Where Magic is Born. Though there is plenty of editing work that needs to be done after everything is written, there was going to be plenty of editing work to do anyway. Again, we're going to handle that in the editing phase. Besides, the speed Dictation software gives you more than outweighs the extra time you may need to spend correcting its mistakes later on. Plus, it has done absolutely wonders for my carpal tunnel. It allows me to type from the comfort of my couch, or from, well, anywhere that a microphone can reach me. No more slouching over a desk. Tip number 5, new technology. Here's a tip that you probably won't hear from most anyone else. If dictation software just isn't your thing, there is still a way to triple, if not quadruple, your writing speed and just your typing speed in general. There is a small company called CHARACHORDER. They sell a keyboard with a very unique technology that allows you to literally type at the speed of thought. I know that might be hard to comprehend, but it's true. I am not sponsored in any way by CHARACHORDER. I simply believe their product is an incredible advancement in typing technology. From what I understand, the way CHARACHORDER works is it allows you to smash all the letters in a word that you're attempting to type at the same time, and then the software determines what word you were trying to type and puts it on the screen. It is far more accurate than you might think. To be fully transparent, I don't have one of these keyboards myself because even if it did let me type faster, dictation software is far more comfortable for me due to my carpal tunnel. However, I am a member of their Discord server and have spoken to many of their happy customers. I have seen videos of average people breaking world records in typing using this keyboard. There is a bit of a learning curve that you will need to practice, but once you get good at it, you will be typing at the speed of thought. I mentioned earlier that people are able to speak faster than they can type. People are able to think faster than they can speak. Well, for the most part. I will link their Discord server and website in the description below, so that way you can do a little research yourself and see if it's the right fit for you. They are very pricey keyboards, but that's the price that we kind of have to pay for new emerging technology. So there you go, guys. That's 5 ways for you to drastically increase your writing speed. Write an outline, use writing sprints, save editing for later, and maybe use dictation or a CHARACHORDER. Let me know in the comments what other topics you would like for me to discuss, and I'll try my best to respond to them in another video. Happy writing!